Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Ruby Sun's new single, which is called, what is it called? Tilt of His Hat. So that's coming up. Before I get into the content of this video, I just want to mention that I have this Facebook Messenger group, which is basically a place for us music nerds to talk about music, to add more meaning to our listening experience. So if you're interested in that, you can add me on Facebook below. Send me a message, Haley, I want to join your group, and I'll make sure to add you. Anyways, getting into the content here, the Ruby Suns are a rock band, pop rock band from New Zealand. They were founded back in 2003, and over their years, they've actually been touring a lot. They've put out a string of different albums, and despite of the fact that they've been quite active, they've never managed to just pull through and become successful in a big way. But despite of their lack of success when it comes to becoming commercially successful, I still think that this song is worthy of checking out. If it wasn't, then I wouldn't make a video about it in the first place, alright? So this band has an ever-changing lineup, and I just want to speak a little bit about the background story of the band. So Ryan McFun is the only key member in the band. He has this reputation of being this very avid traveler. He travels to Australia, New Zealand. He originally comes from LA or America, I believe, but he's been traveling all around the world, and at every single place where he goes, he collects a bit of inspiration in terms of music, and he puts that into his music in addition to the inspiration that he gets from popular pop artists such as Madonna, Phil Collins, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Despite of the fact that he tries to blend together world music, I guess, and these influences that he has from pop artists, a lot of the music that he's creating, and from the listener's perspective, a lot of the listeners of this band, they say that their sound has a lot of similarities to Vampire Weekend and Animal Collective, which is something that I can totally relate to. So if you like any of those bands, you might want to check out these guys. Anyways, enough background story. Let's just move right into the song here. So Tilt of His Hat, it starts out with this sound clip, this sample of a video game. It's the sound of a video game that is played in the background very early on in the song, and it sounds very familiar. It's a very old video game from the 80s, I believe. If any of you guys can hear where it comes from, let me know in the comments below. From there, we're led into this soundscape that is featuring this synchronized guitar and synth. There's also this very intensive drum loop, which it offers a rhythm that is definitely not 4/4. It follows another rhythm pattern that I'm not quite sure what is, but it's quite incongruent, and it adds a bit of intricacy to the song, and that's quite interesting. The first impression of the overall cadence of the song reminds me a little bit of Unknown Mortal Orchestra, if any of you guys have heard of this band, which also is a great psychedelic band, just so you know. The dynamics on this track are very subtle. There's no obvious highs and lows in terms of volume or musical expression. And I think that is one of the reasons why, to me, this track was a little bit two-dimensional. I mean, in terms of melody and in terms of cadence, the song is actually pretty good. I especially love the instrumentation and the experimenting factor that is put into the song. Whenever you hear the drums, whenever they're played, they're super intensive, adding a lot of energy to the song, and that is something that I really appreciated. Fun is delivering a very daydreamy, psychedelic, and laid-back vocal performance, which is just sprinkled on top of all of these instruments, and it was just added together and mixed together in such a nice way, really. Now, if we move over to the structure of the song, I really have to say that this is a song that moves really fast from one passage to another. It includes, and hold on, it includes verse, pre-chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, pre-chorus, and then there's an alternative instrumental package path at the end of the song, which I kind of enjoyed. But as you see, there's just a lot of passages, and it's moving. It's so nimble from one passage to another. It moves through it all in just 3 minutes. So yeah, it's very interchangeable. It's very changing. It's very rapid. The order of the different segments or parts is also quite unconventional. In most pop and rock songs, you often go from a verse to a pre-chorus and then to the chorus. That is the most traditional and the most used formula, I guess. But in this song, you go from verse to pre-chorus, then to the verse, which is okay. But then it just jumps right over to the chorus, which, yeah, it's a bit off and it's a bit experimental, but I didn't really mind it at all. The overall mood of the song is quite positive. It's curious, it's airy, and the reason why it's so airy and lightweight in a way is because it's infused with this psychedelic theme. I don't know why, but I'm tending to lean towards a lot of folk rock or psychedelic rock. That's like the two main areas that I'm gravitating towards these days for some reason. So yeah, that is the Ruby Sun's newest song, Tilt of His Hat. If you like this song, you might want to check out their other albums, or you can also check out similar bands such as Unknown Mortal Orchestra, Tame Impala, or Animal Collective. I'm gonna give this track a 6 out of 10. It was outstanding in certain ways. It's definitely a song that I will put on sometime in the future. Probably not that often, but at least I will replay it because there was some replay value on here. It's quite authentic in a way, but then again, it didn't stand out too much from the mediocre crowd. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest you click the red subscribe button below. Also, make sure to hit that bell icon beside the subscribe button, because in that way you'll always get notified when I upload my new videos to this beautiful place. Thank you again for watching. Hope to see you later. Stay tuned. Bye.